He holds a bachelor's degree in Electronics and Telecommunications Engineering from the University of Moratuwa, Sri Lanka, and a master's in Project Management from the University of George Washington, the US. He has been in the ICT industry for more than 23 years with over 17 years experience in driving large, complex ICT programs and projects. Immediately prior to joining ICTA since 2003, he worked with HP Professional Services in the Europe, Middle East, and Africa for almost a decade, where he managed some of the largest ICT projects of HP, including the global transition activities of HP's largest multinational ICT outsourcing contract. He is a recipient of HP's coveted Top Achievers Award for outstanding contributions. He is also a board director at Sri Lanka ZERT and LK Domain Registry. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chief Executive Officer of ICT Agency of Sri Lanka, the partnering organization of NITC 2014. Please welcome Mr. Reshan Dewapura to address the gathering.
Thank you very much, and a very good evening to all of you. Honorable Dr. Sarath Amunagama, Senior Minister of International Monetary Affairs and Deputy Minister of Finance. Honorable Champika Ranawaka, Minister of Technology and Research. Secretary to the Ministry of Telecom and IT, Mr. Gotabe Jayaratna. Mr. Ajit Salgado, President of CSSL, and all the members of the Executive Council of CSSL. Distinguished speakers of this inaugural session, invitees, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I'm extremely delighted to have the opportunity to say a few words on behalf of the ICT Agency of Sri Lanka at the inauguration of NICT 2014 organized by CSSL. ICT for Inclusive Development, the theme chosen by the organizers of this conference, as we heard, is an entirely appropriate and opportune topic, and I think it captures the true essence of the development agenda of our country. I must congratulate CSSL for branding this year's conference under this theme, because it will create another great opportunity for all of us to speak, deliberate, and discuss, and learn more on a subject that is of great importance to us. What is inclusive development in a sense? Development can be inclusive when all groups of people contribute to creating opportunities, share the benefits of development, and participate in the decision-making of the development process. There are many elements for a nation to consider, a nation like us, in pursuing inclusive development. Key among them is how to create productive and gainful employment for all of our people. It is also about enhancing public services, enhancing education and health services to all of the people. Now, information and communication technology, as we know, is a key driver in facilitating all this, in engaging the people or in providing services to the people. This is what I believe ICT for inclusive development is. And many things have been done in this area over the last 10 years. There are many successes. The drive and the focus to use ICT for development or inclusive development has also resulted in a tremendous growth and advancement of the ICT sector in our country. Most of you here are well aware of that. But let's recap some of these activities, which I think could serve as a catalyst for the discussions that you may have in the conference in the next 2 days. The first area to look at on the topic of ICT for inclusive development is access to ICT for all. Around 2005, the PC penetration, the broadband penetration, and hence the internet usage in our country was very low, making it only possible for a privileged few to have access to ICT. As we all believe, everyone in this country should get the full benefit of information and communication technology in order to better their day-to-day lives, to secure a brighter future for themselves and their children. This has been addressed through a multitude of programs, the main being the Nanasala program, which has almost 800 centers around the country today, along with other initiatives such as the SchoolNet, the Vidata centers, the Mahindodaya IT labs, and the Missaka Nano PSS centers. The nanosalars provide access to internet-connected computers and other associated ICT infrastructure, especially to rural communities. This program has a target of reaching 1,000 centers across the country in the next few months. This is to fully ensure that ICT is within reach and within the grasp of everyone in this country. It is my great delight to mention at this point that just last week, the nanosalars were recognized with the prestigious Access to Learning Award 2014, presented by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. This award is presented to only one organization or one project each year, selected from 200 competing applications from over 110 countries across the globe. And it recognizes, more than anything else, the inclusive approach in providing access to learning for all. We are proud to have received this award, which was accepted by our Honorable Minister of Telecommunication and IT on behalf of the NanoSalar project. The next area to focus in ensuring everyone benefits from having access to ICT and the information revolution in general is ICT literacy. The ability to comprehend ICT, the ability to use it, is fundamental in ensuring that citizens are able to receive, consume, and enjoy the benefits of this technology. With the various projects that have been implemented to drive this effort, the ICT literacy in Sri Lanka, which was around 5% in the early 2000s, is now nearing 50%, with a view of reaching 75% by 2016. When that happens, it will virtually mean that everyone who should be capable of using a computer in this country is capable of doing so. Access to ICT and being ICT literate itself is not enough. Content and applications are required to make use of these tools and knowledge. And just any content won't do either. Content that is relevant and benefit to society, especially to rural society, is the need of the hour. This is what would make the content inclusive. The e-society development initiative that we carried out developed over 200 grassroots level societal applications and content for this purpose. These are all localized content, mostly in local languages, and these have gone a long way to address the very real needs of the Sri Lankan communities. Over 75,000 people per month benefit from these projects. It is fascinating to see how the milk farmer of Dambadeniya, the vegetable cultivator of Dambulla, or the Kandy and Anuradhapura small businessman, or the city three-wheeler driver all use ICT for their profession. These are real cases of ICT being used for rural empowerment as a powerful tool that could make the villages of our country a meaningful part of the global village, once again, making it inclusive. Ensuring ICT capabilities in local languages is another key activity which has contributed to inclusive development. The program known as the Local Language Initiative has made sure that ICT can be used in our country in all of our national languages. All activities to ensure that both Sinhala and Tamil language capabilities are available in computers have been carried out. Providing government information and services to all citizens effectively and efficiently is another important area to focus on. The award-winning GIC, or the Government Information Center, or 1919 as it's known, provides information on any government institution or any government service 12 hours a day, 365 days of the year, in all 3 languages. Also, since about a month ago, 1919 is also now functioning as a grievance handling center, allowing grievances and complaints of any citizen to be lodged, again 12 hours a day, 365 days of the year, in all 3 languages, and also providing them feedback on the progress of addressing those grievances. GIC also in the last year has been elevated to be a government service center, where through digital intermediaries, citizens can obtain government services in addition to information. This allows all citizens, irrespective whether they have access to a computer or not, to avail of government e-services. This is another great example of inclusiveness. The progress of the e-government and e-services initiatives have made government's own processes more effective and their service delivery more efficient. It has become an easy task for the citizens to obtain documents essential for them and to enjoy services that are necessary for their daily life. As you may have learned recently, the 2014 United Nations e-Government Index saw Sri Lanka leapfrog 41 places to be ranked 74th out of 192 countries in the world, to be ranked #1 in South Asia, and be ranked 6th out of 48 countries in the low-middle income group. What is more significant is that in the e-participation sub-index of this, Sri Lanka is ranked 36th in the world out of 192 countries and #1 among the low-middle income group of countries. This, I think, is further testament to our inclusive approach. The expansion of Sri Lanka's growing IT BPO industry in all parts of the island is the other activity that is relevant to this topic of discussion. As you're all aware, the IT BPO industry is an emerging, forward-looking industry in our country and is currently our 5th largest foreign exchange earner, closing upon $800 million this year and expected to hit the $1 billion mark next year, probably a whole 12 months ahead of schedule. The growth prospects for this industry are extremely positive, and we must ensure that the entire country and all its people can benefit from it. To this extent, together with the unstinted support from the industry, this message has been spread and awareness has been created in all parts of the island about this lucrative industry, about its great career prospects. I believe even as of now, over 75% of the ICT personnel serving in Colombo-based ICT companies come from the villages, from rural Sri Lanka. This is a further opportunity to ensure that all segments of our population from all geographies can be gainfully employed, contributing even more to inclusive development. As information and communication technology take us to new heights, I believe it's our duty to ensure that no citizen is left behind. The government of Sri Lanka has always been committed to ensuring that the benefits of ICT technology are not limited to a privileged few, but reach all sections of our society. This is key in breaking down barriers that were there before, to create a true cyber class, and to bring in that inclusivity, which is vital for sustaining peace and harmony in our country. We are now in a position to take Sri Lanka to the next level in ICT development. Our vision is a smart Sri Lanka. In moving towards this vision, we will focus on a smart government, smart jobs and enterprises, and a smart and inclusive society, which will be the core of this next phase of activity. I invite all IT professionals to get engaged and support this endeavor. In conclusion, I'd like to mention that the ICT agency is extremely privileged to be part of this event. I thank CSSL, especially its president, Ajit, and the Executive Council for giving us this opportunity to speak to you at this forum, and I would like to wish the conference all success. Thank you very much.